This video tutorial is a guide on how to use the audiovisual equipment in lecture theaters and seminar rooms across the university campus that use the Extron push-button control system. Each room has a standard university PC in the lectern, which should already be switched on when you enter the room, a DVD player which can also play CDs, and connections for a laptop computer. In some rooms, instead of the DVD player, there is a Blu-ray player, but this can play DVDs and CDs as well. Most rooms also have a visualizer installed. The larger rooms, including all the lecture theaters, have microphones available for voice amplification. The monitor on the lectern displays the PC image. If the PC is not switched on, press the power button on the front and wait for it to boot up. You can log onto the PC using either a university UOL account or by using the AVS Guest account. There are USB sockets on the front of the PC if you have a memory stick or are using a wireless presenter. Some rooms also have a USB socket connected to the PC located on top of the lectern. To display the image from the PC or one of the other items on the large screen at the front of the room, you will need to switch on a projector or, in some rooms, LCD television by using the Extron control button on the lectern. Simply press the On button to switch the display device on. If the room has a projector, it can take up to a minute to reach full brightness. To determine what the projector displays, choose from the options on the right-hand side of the panel and push the appropriate button if it is not already selected. So, for example, if you wish to display a PowerPoint presentation that you have loaded onto the lectern computer, just press PC. In rooms which have more than one projector, you will find a corresponding control panel for each. For a laptop computer or mobile device, there are cables to enable you to connect to the projector or screen. Some rooms have analog connections, a 15-pin D connector, commonly known as a VGA plug, and a 3.5mm jack plug if you also require audio. VGA sockets are found on most Windows-compatible laptops, and most devices also have a 3.5mm output. This is often the headphone socket. Rooms with a more modern AV setup have a digital connection with an HDMI cable, which carries both video and audio signals. A number of rooms do, though, have both analog and digital connections. For those devices that do not have a VGA or HDMI connection, such as Apple computers or tablets, you will need to provide an adapter. Once the cables are connected, you just press the relevant laptop button on the control panel. The DVD or Blu-ray player is located in the front of the lectern near the PC. There should be a remote control for this on top of the lectern. To display the image from this, just press the appropriate button on the control panel. Finally, if the room has a visualizer or document camera, as it is also known, you can display this on the screen. We now turn to the audio. This varies from room to room, but all rooms should have the ability to increase or decrease the volume of the media sound. This is the audio that comes from equipment such as the PC, a laptop, or DVD player. In some rooms, this is adjusted on the Extron control panel, and in others on a separate volume dial. This sound comes from speakers mounted on the teaching wall. In those rooms that have microphones for voice amplification, another separate volume dial is provided. Some of these rooms have just one microphone that is mounted on the lectern top, and some have two, the second of which is a lapel mic which you wear. The sound from these mics either comes out of speakers on the sidewalls or from ceiling-mounted ones. At the end of your lecture, there are a few simple steps to follow. Firstly, you need to make sure that the projectors or screens are switched off. To do this, press the Off button on the control panel. It usually takes a couple of minutes for projectors to cool down before they can be switched on again. You also need to make sure that you remove any USB sticks and log out of the PC. If you have used a DVD or Blu-ray player or a visualizer, make sure that any discs are removed from the player and that these are both switched off. And that concludes this video. If you have any questions regarding these rooms and their AV facilities, please contact the Learning and Teaching Room Support Team in IT Services on extension 2919 or via email on bookav@le.ac.uk.